Hello and welcome to another instalment of El Partido en Directo, the show where we ask you, the fans, wherever you are watching football in Spain this weekend, to send us your match report, send us what it's like to be in the atmosphere at the estadios, the build-up, what cervezas are on offer, just bring us on that journey with you as you attend football in Spain at the weekend. As we always say, we don't care whether you are taking your brand new shiny seat in the new Camp Nou or whether you are watching some fantastic 7th tier football in Extremadura and having a few cervezas pitchside. We want to hear from you. And this week, regular contributor Matt Harrison left the warmer climes of the Costa del Sol to follow his beloved Malaga up to Vallodolid as Malaga took on the former La Liga side, looking to pick up another victory with their brand new coach after the sacking of Sergio Pérez a few weeks ago. And if you've ever been to Valladolid, I know personally I haven't, but my understanding is it's not the warmest place to go to in the end of November. So I hope Matt has packed a coat here. I'm sure he'll get into details on the weather, the football, the beers. So without further ado, let's hand over to Senor Harrison.
Buenos dias, mis amigos. Is Matt Harrison here with the latest episode of El Partido in Directo, and we are very much in the Buenos dias territory. It is very much morning. It's 6:15 a.m. I'm walking up the hill from Marbella's seafront to Marbella bus station for the first bus to Malaga. We're not stopping there though. We're going train to Madrid. We're not stopping there. We're crossing Madrid from Atocha to Chamartín, and then carrying on to Valladolid, north of Madrid, 700 kilometres from where I am now. Doing it for the love of Malaga Club de Football, of course, because they are playing away at Real Valladolid 9 p.m. tonight, so I've got 15 hours to go. I say the love of Malaga. Of course, there's another cap on my head here. I've never been to the Real Valladolid stadium, so there's that to tick off as well. I've been to Valladolid before in the summer, so a bit less pressure today. Don't feel I need to peruse the whole city. I know where I'm going there, spend 2 nights there. Very beautiful, grand city, Valladolid. Great sort of riverside beach. Don't see them you do see them in Spain, but not one as good as this. So that's where we're going today. Sorry, I'm panting. It's a bit of a hill up to Marbella bus station. Marbella is essentially one big hill. Come along with me and let's see what shenanigans we get up to. Vamos. So, first part of the journey is done. I'm in Atocha train station in Madrid, 20 minutes earlier than scheduled, so I've got an hour and 25 minutes to get across to Chamartín, which should be easy. It's about 10 minutes on the metro system here, so no real stress there. I will say that I got off the train in Madrid. I've only got my t-shirt and hoodie on. It's cold up here, which I sort of expected. I do have a big coat in my bag ready for the game tonight because I'm really weak these days when it comes to cold weather because I've lived in the sun too long these days. Oh, poor me. I threw all my big coats out over the years. There were like remnants from my time living in Slovakia. So for those who don't know, I lived in Slovakia for a few years. So the coat I've got in my bag is the last man standing of the Slovakia coat armada, which was my light winter coat in Slovakia, but it's very much my big winter coat in Spain. It's needed tonight because the stadium of Real Valladolid was nicknamed, I don't think it is anymore, I think they've built it up a bit. It used to be nicknamed Estadio Pulmonia, Pneumonia Stadium, because the northern wind up there is so cold. But I'm not. 9 o'clock kick-off tonight. I think it's saying it's going to be about 5 degrees, which for me may as well be below freezing. yeah, uneventful, well, no, actually semi-eventful train journey, because like usually, obviously, having travelled the country away with Swansea over the years, you know, going to long distance away days, it'd be football fans from all parts of the country drinking cans on the train, early hours of the morning. Obviously, that's not a thing in Spain. I think drinking in, you know, like things like drinking in airports early morning doesn't translate over here as well either. So you don't really see that, even though there's like a cafeteria carriage. You don't really see people drinking in the morning. But there were 2 lads on the train today, absolutely hammered by 9 o'clock, because I went to get a coffee at about just before 9. They were gone. They're on I'm guessing they've been drinking all night or something, because they're on their only second little can of Mal. So that took me back to my time living in Slovakia, when I'd navigate the rail network of Slovakia, and the bars on the trains in Slovakia are some of the happiest, most mad, most funny, most joyous times in my life. So that threw me back. So I did have 1 beer on the approach to Madrid, and now I've got to navigate the underground. So next stop, Martin, and then onwards to Valladolid. Vamos. So after navigating the metro, getting off at the wrong one stop too early, getting back on it, then somehow getting through the building site that is Jaume Martin, I am outside Jaume Martin station with a can of Mal. I've got 25 minutes till my train, or a couple of train beers too, at a sort of takeaway place outside, which has the words takeaway written all over it. I tell you what, they took away my fucking money. €9 for 2 little cans and 1 big can of Mal. Fucking hell. But we're there. It's very cold still. It's a bit warmer here undercover, but Jaume Martin, I always slag off Atocha. I'll take it all back, Atocha. Jaume Martin is much more of a nightmare to navigate. I think it's because of the building site. But next stop, Valladolid. Let's go there. So I've arrived in Valladolid. You might hear in the background there's a bit of sort of local folk music going on. I'm in an Irish pub actually. It's just literally about 200 yards away from the train station. It is so cold up here. It is so cold. There's this weird fog over the city. You can see as I got in, it's cold fog near the centre. Like I said, I know Valladolid pretty well. It's a beautiful city. I don't think it's going to look as pretty today, although maybe they'll have Christmas decorations up and stuff. I certainly won't be visiting the beautiful little beach they have on the riverbank here, which I enjoyed last summer in 40 degrees. Oh, sorry, 2 summers ago in 40 degrees heat. We're a long way from 40 degrees heat here. Yeah, I'm going to sort of cross the city in a bit. My hostel is the other side of the city. Oh, really? That's a bit of a bleak song, lads. But I will tell you what, this little Irish pub, it's only a little one, it's called, I don't know what it's called actually, but a pint was $3.80. That's good for Irish pub prices in Spain, especially in a city that's so grand and, you know, near Madrid. The train was great though, 1 stop in Segovia, 1 hour, perfect. So, yeah, we'll delve into the city centre after this. I've got half an hour till I can check in, so all good. I'll listen to this pleasant little entourage of acoustic guitarists and harmonicists. Is that a word? I don't know. It's cold. So it's definitely worth pointing out this place because it's near where I'm staying. I wasn't planning on going here. I was quite proud of myself of not looking at Google Maps. I knew my way around Valladolid and I took 1 right turn too early for my hostel. But that has taken me to La Central. Subtitle, The Rugby Bar. It is, Valladolid is very much the rugby capital of Spain. So around me there are all sorts of pictures of rucks and scrums and skull caps and burly rugby players, and above me is above me is the England flag. Next to it's a Welsh flag, all the Six Nations across there, South Africa, Australia. It's just quite an unusual place for Spain. So if you are a rugby fan and you are in Spain and you happen to find yourself in the sort of, I don't know if you'd call this the Northwest, it's too big. I guess we're still central Northwest. Get yourself to Valladolid. Last time I was in here, I was talking to the barman and he said, oh, it's a shame you didn't come yesterday, the boss was here. And I was like, who's the boss? And he said, well, the guy that owns this bar is also the national team manager of the Spanish national team. So I don't know if he's here today, but the guy that served me then is very young. But who knows, maybe he is the coach of the Spanish national team. But yes, there is a quirk of Valladolid. I have not seen a rugby bar anywhere, really. Obviously, back home we have bars which are more associated with rugby, but a rugby-themed bar only in Valladolid, certainly in Spain, I think. So, I'm in what I usually dub one of my favourite squares in Spain. I've not quite decided what my favourite plaza in Spain is, but this was also one of my favourite, Valladolid. It's looking a bit bleak today, to be honest with you. There's some sort of winter wonderland set up here, but it's not open. Maybe it'll open at sort of like 7 o'clock and maybe it'll all be lit up and beautiful and magical. At 5 o'clock, with this crazy grey over the city, doesn't look magical. The city's great. I love Valladolid. I will say the people here are great. Carrying on from the rugby bar, the guy in the rugby bar was like, you're not just wearing that hoodie tonight. And I was like, no, I've got a jacket. And they didn't have a card machine. And he was like, don't worry, there's a beer for Malaga tonight. So top lad there. People in the hotel were like, are you not just wearing that tonight? And I was like, no. There's a lot of Malaguistas walking towards the square. I'm starting to see Malaga fans, which is nice. But everyone's been concerned about what I'm wearing. I do have my second coat on now, and I do feel like a superhero, and I'm safe from the Valladolid chills. But it's very cold here. It's going to be a recurring theme. It's 5 o'clock. It's 4 hours till kick-off. I haven't really thought about the game. I think I don't have too many high hopes, but we did bits last year. I'm going to follow the Malaga fans. I've seen 4 Malaga fans, and they're walking through the Christmas market. So I wouldn't mind like a mulled wine or something like that, just to warm me up a bit, and then Valladolid's great. Definitely go to Valladolid. It's a beautiful city. I find it a beautiful city in the summer. The people here are great, so definitely do Valladolid. So, I'm sort of near Estadio Jose Zorilla. Had to walk down the riverside. It did start raining, but like sort of sleety rain. Let's carry on the theme. It's cold, etc. It's getting a bit boring now. But yeah, I'm outside. Well, not outside. I can see the ground. It was about a 25-minute walk from the city centre. Not much to see on the way. Some Valladolid fans were with us. I don't think we've mentioned yet, actually, that obviously Valladolid's like big selling point is allegedly they speak the best Castellan. Sorry, I've got my accent wrong place there. Castellan in Spain. They speak the most clear Spanish in Spain, supposedly. Salamanca have a bit of a crack at that, but I can vouch for them. I really understand them in Valladolid. They're really clear to me. The stadium's there, and there's a big shopping centre across the road, and I have time to kill, so I guess I'm going to go to the shopping centre across the road, because I don't think much is going to be going on in the stadium, and until the game kicks off. So I can see a Carrefour. Oh, I've gone. Sorry, I saw a green light. A Popeyes. I can see a McDonald's in the distance. Animal. There's an animal shop. Do you remember Animal? If you're in your Airwalk and all that skater jazz. If you played Tony Hawk on the old PlayStation back in the day, I'm sure Animal was kind of thing. Yeah, tell you what though. The old Vallodolid Stadium looks pretty big and impressive. It's to my right now. I would take a photo, but it's very good. There's lots of floodlights and stuff going on. Yeah. So try and get a beer in here and then across the road, I guess. Not the most imaginative place for a football ground. I will tell you from first impressions, wow, it does look like a football ground. So we're about 45 minutes away from kickoff. We're drinking outside a Carrefour. There's no bars around here. It's fine by me. The one thing we've not brought up is the name of the stadium. Estadio Jose Zorilla. Jose Zorilla is a poet. He's a romantic poet. When I was in university, I loved romantic poems, and so I was to go Romanticism 101. That doesn't mean love poems. It means poems that celebrate nature more than anything. But so I'm quite intrigued about Jose Zorilla. I did Google him. Apparently his family are like full-on magistrates, lawyers, and he kicked back against them and said, "Fuck off, you law people." I was going to say the C word then, and I thought that's not appropriate. He did his own thing. So yeah, I'm quite happy to go to a stadium named after him. But he's from Valladolid, of course. Yeah, I'm going to look at the team sheet in a minute. I have half a can of Mao. Like I said, we're drinking in a shopping centre. Not the most romantic thing to do. Jose Zorilla would not appreciate this shopping centre being built on top of some lovely meadow or something. But here we go. Let's start walking over to Jose Zorilla. So we are in the very, 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 very purple stadium. I'm joined with my old friend Javi, long time no see, my friend.
Hi man, long time no see indeed. That's right.
What do you make of this? It's a lovely stadium, isn't it?
It's a lovely stadium actually. There's no many purple teams in Spain, I think, so it's actually very, very refreshing actually.
How do you feel about the game today? It's going to be tough, I think, isn't it?
I'm feeling optimistic, to be honest.
Oh, good.
I'm feeling optimistic. So I think I'm a huge fan of Pellicer, so don't let me wrong. But
me too. That's lovely.
I feel that some change is going to do some good to the team. So even though I think Pellicer was a great coach for the team, I think that maybe Funes is going to give us something else to outside.
It ran its course, and there was no more to...
That's right.
Have you been to Valladolid before?
No, never. This is my first time.
It's a beautiful city. I've been here like once before, but this is the first time in the stadium. I don't like asking. I was going to ask score prediction. What's going on? Vamos! Where have you come from today? Have you come up from the Valencia bits? I can't remember where you're from.
No, I'm coming from Malaga straight. I remember you from San Fernando, another away game. So.
Oh God, Alcayano's the one.
Yeah,
we drank that shit in Alcayano. I always remember that.
Do you remember the Alfonso Herrero goal?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, immense. Great actuation.
Well, we'll take that today. Give us a Vamos Malaga, Javi.
Vamos Malaga!
Promise you they're not, mate. So we're close to kick-off now. There's much more away fans than I thought. Fair play to Malaga. This is a long journey. I know I can be silly, but I didn't realise how many other people could be silly travelling 700 kilometres. Fair play. The team, I've just looked at the team. I don't think there's any... I've only had a glance at it. It looks like the same team as last week, which is fine by me. No controversies there. Like the one I've always sort of said is Rafita ahead of Puga, but I don't know what's going on there with Funes. No issues. I'm happy to be corrected. I think it's the exact same team as last week, which is fine because we played really well last week and won, and we should have won by more. Vamos Malaga. Oh God, it's so purple here. So we're underway in a drizzly here. Valladolid. You can hear the way in still up for it, but it's 1-0 to Valladolid. Didn't really clock what happened. I think Alfonso fucked up, to be honest with you. That's my understanding, where they just lobbed him from 20 yards and there was nothing really going on. Malaga on the ball. Started raining now, so I've put my hood up. People are putting ponchos on, umbrellas are up. Oh, it is raining. It is raining. So it's 0-0 at half time. 0-0. Of course it's not 0, I wish. It's 1-0 at half time to Valladolid. It's not hammering down, but it's just persistent rain. I don't have any toes anymore. It's really cold and wet here. Woe is me and all that. Malaga not playing absolutely atrocious, but I'd have to see that goal back. It looked like a silly mistake. Great stadium, by the way. I really love it. It's like a horseshoe, but we're in the non-horseshoe part, which is open to the elements. I was just with a guy that had a anchovy for a hood. That was cool. I just seen the legend is Jose Beltran. Had a bit of a cuddle with him. Actually, I'm just looking around. The first time I went to watch Malaga away, and it was in Oviedo, which is, I'd say, not that much further this year. I can literally count on my fingers the people. There's a lot of fans here. I appreciate it's a Saturday, and people can get home on Sunday, but great turnout. Valladolid fans, quiet. They obviously have their ultras behind the goal, but nothing compared to ours. But the ground's purple. That's cool, isn't it? Everyone likes purple. I really need the toilet. There's still a queue for the toilet. I think people are just going in the toilet to get a bit of warmth. But the team is coming back out. Vamos, the lads. Man of the match so far for me is Ainar's boots, because they're black and it sort of blends in with that black away shirt we got. So keep that up. Maybe try and play some football though. Here we go. The team out. Only Malaga so far. Vamos. 15 minutes into the second half. Not much happening as Malaga break forward as I start speaking. It's really, really rainy. It's really, really wet. That's a great ball. Got it! Oh, Malaga scored! Malaga scored! Try again, shall we? Maybe if I press record, Malaga will score. It was a semi-uneventful start to the second half. It's very wet here. Lots of umbrellas in your way, and lots of lots of big coats, everyone's looking wet, trying to tough it up for the boys. We are just about to hit 70 minutes. I think Malaga played quite well, actually. Not spectacular, but obviously these are a good team in their home ground. We've done our bit. Great goal. What a goal. Really needed that, didn't we? And I've just felt the rain as going up a notch as Valladolid go forward. We'll take the points here all day long. What a result it'd be. 20 minutes to go. We're into the final 5 minutes now. It's Valladolid starting to pin Malaga back as the rain gets heavier and heavier. I'm determined to stand in the rain to be tough and prove a point. As Malaga again goes, come on, hold on here, guys. They've been really good. Malaga, I think, it's good away performance so far. This is a good team. They've gone at them for most of the second half. It's fair to say the last 10 minutes it's gone the other way, and it's really. I'm quite unnerved because I can see the guy who I had a photo with at half time that's got a anchovy as a hood. They're booing Alfonso Herrera for taking his time with the goal kick. Fuck off. So, finished. Real Valladolid 1, Malaga 1. I'm just walking away from the stadium now. Real battling performance from Malaga in the second half. I actually thought Malaga was brilliant for the 90, and at the end when Valladolid were turning the screw a bit, I thought they defended really well and sort of dug in and, made their luck. It's been a long time since I can't feel my toes. It's hammering down here still as I walk away. I did notice there were buses in outside the stadium, but there was a lot of traffic going out, and I have no money on me, so it didn't look like a very card-friendly bus. But I'll walk back into the centre. It's not that far. I think it's about half hour to my hotel, but I'll stop somewhere. But really, really enjoyed that. In a way, I think I secretly enjoyed getting stuck in the rain, and I felt like I'm back home. Swansea away day. It's still hammering down here. It's so cold. It's so wet. But we got a point. I think I generally. There's been a couple of times we got points this season, and I've been a bit annoyed. That's a great point. That Nino goal, what? Just from nowhere. I think we deserved it though. This patron tonight. Partly because I want to celebrate, but partly because it might warm me up. This is why you travel 700 kilometres to watch your team away, isn't it? Beautiful stadium. I really, really like the stadium. I love purple, although as I said earlier, apparently I hate purple clubs. I hate Anderlecht, I hate Austria Vienna, and I keep saying, I like purple. Let's try and get back to the centre. The ground is a little bit further out than I expected, if I'm being totally honest, but I'll follow this mass. Maybe these guys seem to be going a different route to the route I came in. Maybe it's a shortcut. It's so cold. Can't wait to get in a bar. Vamos!
Pedazo regalo. Yo te digo, hostia. Regalo. Hay que ahorrar, hay que ahorrar.
So it is the day after the game. I've survived the Siberia that is Valladolid. I'm in Madrid now, in my favourite part of Madrid via Lavapiés. My favourite bar was closed, but we went to Lamiac. We're in the vegetarian bar, which I love. And I say we, I'm joined by North Africa.
Sub-Saharan Africa.
Sub-Saharan Africa's most famous tall man, Alex Ashmore. How are you, Alex Ashmore?
Doing very well. Obviously, didn't quite get to watch the Malaga game last night. I was working at the Atleti game, but a good point. away against a side that's pushing for playoffs. So, yeah, I think doing well on a cold, as you said, cold Sunday in Madrid. Although I'm glad it's not tipping it down with rain like you had to experience last night in Valladolid.
How was Atletico Madrid last night?
It was good. Well, it was a decent performance from Atleti, a double from Soloth. They got the win. It was good to see Rondon and Cazorla for Oviedo, Dendoncker as well, who plays for Oviedo, and it was a good win for Atleti, and a fun few interviews afterwards.
Yeah, so who did you interview after the game? Soloth and
Clement Langley.
Of course you did. Actually, I saw Clement Langley scored the new camp. The first time I ever went to the new camp, he was the goal scorer. Obviously, you didn't watch the game last night. It was fine. You were working, etc. I'm not going to judge you for that, but this is a sort of Malaga tangent podcast. So, how do you feel about Malaga this season?
I think, obviously, the sacking of Pellicer was something that I think was going to happen at some point, as sad as it is, because obviously he's done such a brilliant job for the club, getting us back into Segunda after going down to Primera, and I think when you look at the job he's done, I think sometimes these things, they run their course, things come to an end, whether they're good or bad. Funes, I don't think he's the right man to lead us forward into the long term, but I'm backing him.
Invicto.
As I said, I'm backing him. I'm glad. He's obviously 2 games unbeaten, and I think from speaking to you, from reading the tweets and the news, it feels like it's a reinvigorated Malaga with the shackles off, and if we're winning, I don't care who's the manager, to be honest.
So the big question is, Alex Ashmore, we'll leave you go. When are you coming back to La Rosaleda?
This is a good question. I've been trying to plan a weekend down, and we were just talking about it earlier. And
for our Nigerian and Ghanaian listeners that might be in Malaga that want to meet you.
I think the earliest possible one is the last weekend of this part of the season against Almeria, the Sunday game, which I think works perfectly for me.
Make it happen. Well, we'll enjoy our wine and my cauliflower wings and chips. Vamos.
A nice glass.
So that was it from my trip in Valladolid. I'm back in Marbella now. I just listened back to some of it. My voice is very nasally. I was a bit fluey last week, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it about 200 times. It was cold and wet up there, but really great city, as I said, and they're really nice people up there. Like I said, it was my second time there. Very different experiences. It's a great little city. It's one of those ones I don't think you'd go, oh, I have to go and visit Valladolid, but I don't know, if you're in Madrid and you've covered Madrid and you've been to, I don't know, Toledo and Segovia, where a lot of people go outside, it's a nice option if you just want to see another part of Spain. Of course, if you're learning Spanish, it's the best place because they speak the clearest Spanish in the whole of Spain, as, you know, allegedly. Obviously the game was... Yeah, I watched the highlights back, actually, and the game was good. Better than I realised, in a way. I obviously only watched the highlights, but yeah, Malaga do seem to have a little bit more cutting edge about them. You know, we've not gone full on Ange ball Tottenham yet, for better or worse in many ways there. But yeah, I'm enjoying the Funes era so far. Game against Real Zaragoza coming up this Monday, on which is sort of a bank holiday in Spain, or the bank holiday's on the Saturday, so we're getting the Monday off. But yeah, just want to give a shout out to Valladolid. Great city, great people, good football, really good football stadium. I don't know if I talk about the stadium enough, apart from saying it's purple. Really different as well, like a sort of the weird sort of horseshoe shape of it, and obviously the away end is a little bit more, a bit rough and ready in regards of, you know, not many facilities there and very open on nights like that night. And all good. There's I'm hoping to go north again to watch Malaga in the opening week of the new year. We'll see. I've not booked anything yet because, of course, it's Spain. I don't know what day they're playing on yet. That should be announced in the coming weeks, and then we'll look at doing another adventure north. So cheers again. Go and listen to all the other El Partido stuff, whether that be the normal podcast, the interviews, or these indirectos. Yeah. And go listen to Los Boyos. That's my podcast. I think I'm allowed to plug mine after all that work. It's a football travel podcast for those that don't know. It's fun. It's not me rambling into a phone. It's actually a little bit more structured, and for a football travel podcast, I do actually record it at home. I don't actually travel for it. We talk about football travels. But anyway, go check out El Partido more. I'm going to go get another hot drink because I've been cold, if I didn't mention that. Vamos.